filming with 2 cameras?
Yeah.
So you can, and you're editing live, or how does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Patrick, we're live. Hi, this is Vincent Everts from Plug.eu from Brussels, talking about what's happening in Europe. We just had a fantastic Plug conference. It was really nice, very well organized, and we have Patrick here from also a very well organized conference in Amsterdam. Hi, Patrick. How are you doing?
I'm really good, Vincent. Thank you.
What did you hear today in the Mecca of Belgium, which you remember at this moment after sitting there in that in the audience for a long time?
I saw some interesting companies. Of course, 3 finalists were pretty good. There were 2 Dutch companies, so I was happy with that. But
describe them. What do you think of them?
So I think Distimo is going after a very interesting market. If you look at what everybody's talking right now, it's mobile this, mobile that, and statistics is just the key to success. Always is a success.
It's always a tool we need.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's always the gold diggers and the instruments. So here is one instrument, and they do great statistics. And you thought it was a convincing story?
Yeah, I think so, and I think they can grow into a big company. Yeah. I hope so as well. And
why do you hope so?
Well, you know, they're from the Netherlands, or the Netherlands or Europe, how you would like it. But I think it's important that we have interesting companies coming out from Europe. Yeah.
What did you think of SaaS, shaving as a service?
Yeah, that was my favorite, by the way. But
that was the public's favorite, right?
Yeah. I was in the jury. Like I don't know. I couldn't vote for them, but I love them.
Why couldn't you vote for him?
Because that was public, and I wanted to vote, but I was told not to vote.
Oh, okay.
So
you couldn't vote as public. You could only vote as a jury member. Okay. But what did you think of them?
Yeah, I loved it, but I think it has nothing to do with internet, although it is, it's a web shop.
Yeah,
but
smart marketing.
Yeah, it's a great brand, and I was hoping to get to get a shaving set here.
Yeah, it's €1. It's €1.72 to order online, Patrick. Even you can afford it. Yeah, €1.72, and you need a good shaver. It's really important.
No, definitely. Yeah. That's shaving here and there as well. But I think
Well, he recommended level 5 for me, the most extensive one. To basically means that I get 5 layers of shaving on top, and the most expensive thing. He gave me a personal recommendation.
Oh, that's good. But I think they leave half of the market out there, because they're women. Women, they shave here, they shave there, they shave more than men, maybe, or at least they shave
certainly
more.
Yeah, certainly I think they shave a lot more, yeah, and they're a lot more picky and they spend more money.
They
so software, so shaving as a service, we want a female product ready by the next web next year. When is the next web next year?
Well, it's this year actually in 6 weeks, so it's end of April, 27th until 29th.
So everybody needs to be there. So then the third candidate? The robot?
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
The robot, FitMe.
Oh, FitMe, yeah.
That was a robot guy. Come on, Patrick, you were on the jury. Come on, hey.
I was like, no, actually, I knew them.
The fashion fitting robot. Yeah.
I went to Estonia this summer and met a lot of startups, and FitMe was one of them. FitMe was one of them. I think they have interesting technology. I think it will be a future for a lot of retailers. And the biggest problem right now is to index the clothing. So it takes 15 minutes for a T-shirt to be. They take 2,000 pictures. It's all automated, but still, the Wacom or the Otto or whatever, they have like 100,000 of products. So. I think that's still a problem, but yeah.
But it's nice at what level we're now making tools, right? I mean, it's like in the web shop, for clothes, for fitting, to show how it will look on your body. We're getting to a very detailed level of services. Yeah. And I mean that is one of the top 3 one. I mean, it was also a little bit of Star Trek kind of thing, We were inspired that this guy was crazy about robots and he wanted to do it. So that was also a good human story. And there might be actually some money in it, although he basically gets paid for every click. for every click, he doesn't charge for making the photo. So I think it was a pretty risky model.
Yeah,
and he probably will have to change that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about the model, but I think that a model, if they get a higher conversion for those companies. Okay. So I think they can earn money there.
So we had 20 startups. What did you think of the level of energy here? What do you think of how the startups are doing in Europe compared to what you see in England? You went to England and you also go to America. How does it feel?
I think from a technical point of view, we're the same as in the US, or I think even better. But in the US, there's the PR is bigger. First thing you do if you have a business plan is hire a PR firm. So they're a little bit smarter there. But I like the European approach in that sense that we can do a lot with very little people.
We can do a lot with little people. What do you mean by that?
Well, with not that many people.
Okay, okay, not so many people. Yeah, we're only Europe. Yeah. We're only Europe. We only have 450 million people, but they're complex.
In a lot of companies.
Oh, okay.
If you look at startups, we have great startups here that have 3 employees or founders, and the same company that does that in the US, they have like 15 to 25.
Yeah, that's true. And also they are more used to a complex audience. You have these Spanish people, the French people, and the German people. It's a nightmare, this whole fragmented amount of audiences. And Europeans are used to that. And Americans go, oh my God, they don't speak English.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about the next web, which we have in a couple of weeks. What are the main focus? What are you most interested in?
Well, I'm happy to be able to tell you that we're growing, as the blog is growing, but also the conference.
Well, the blog was growing amazingly, and Twitter counter, a nice success. So you guys are actually yourself making some money.
Yeah, well, at least the revenue is growing, but I believe we had a 100% increase in revenue last year, and we're aiming at 80% this year.
Very modest growth expectations. Okay.
But but still, we do a lot, and we work very, very hard. But we were slightly profitable last year, but we hired a lot of people. But that's from the finance point of view. I think for the conference, we split the content in 2. We have some very good, cool keynote speakers coming over. I can't tell you yet which ones they are.
Tell me, which cool speakers do you have, which really amaze me?
Oh, we always try is to find people who actually talk about their vision instead of their companies. So you end up with authors of books a lot of times, and some C-level.
He's not going to say anything. He's not going to say anything. Why? But I mean, the conference is in a couple of weeks. Yeah. You should be knowing the names by now. Come on, Patrick.
I do. But we have a different marketing strategy this year, and I can tell you it works because we're 4 weeks ahead in sales if you compare to last year. So that's doing good.
We have a person here. Patrick is extraordinarily happy. Everything goes well. We have more public, more money, more people, fantastic candidates, but he's not going to tell us anything about it. But okay, Patrick, thank you very much
I
for.
have a question for you.
And he has a question for me. Yes.
I run a very small new internet show, and if you have.
No, I know it. Yeah. It's this week in tech, but then the Dutch version. Yeah. Yes.
It's called Techwel, and if you have 15 minutes, I'd like to ask you if you would be my guest in this week's show.
Yeah. Sure, I'll be the guest of Patrick. That's nice. I'll be interviewed from him. That will be wonderful. When do we do it?
Well, when you're ready.
Okay, I'll be ready in a moment. Okay, Patrick.
Thank you very much.
This was Brussels, plug.eu. We're signing off.